everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to show you guys how to make midi rings. These recently came in style and I have a couple of my own but wanted to try to make some. So I'm going to show you 3 different ways and 3 different types of rings that you can make yourself. So you are going to need flat nose pliers, round nose pliers, and wire cutters. You're also going to need wire and something to wrap the wire around. You can use mascara or even a lip gloss or lipstick. So the first thing you're going to do is cut some wire about 5 inches long. You're going to have extra, so maybe if you really want to be safe, you can cut about 6 to 7 inches. So now we're going to get our round nose pliers, and about 1 inch away from the edge of the wire, you're going to flip it and round out like this. Kind of looks like a paperclip edge, so make sure it looks like this. We're going to make the heart one first. So we're making the 2 loops for the heart. So make 1 loop, then grab your flat nose pliers, and we're going to make the center portion of the heart. So bend it upwards, and I want this to be a really tiny heart, so I'm going to squeeze it together with the pliers and flatten it to make it really close together. Once you're done with that, now round out the other part of the heart, and now you should have something that looks like this. You have a tiny little heart. So once you have your heart, grab the remainder of the wire that's hanging off the edge and wrap it around the long portion of the wire. This started to hurt my finger, so I would really recommend using your other set of pliers to hold the heart in place while you twist it. Once you have it twisted a couple times, cut off the excess wire and soften it out with the pliers so you don't cut yourself and it doesn't scrape you. You should have something that looks like this. Now grab your round object. I'm actually using a lip gloss here. The mascara was a bit too big, and wrap it around. So you're creating the ring right now. Depending on what gauge wire you have, it may be easier than this one. I would suggest going one smaller than I had. I think mine was around 14. So put it on your finger, make sure that it fits. Once you like the way it fits, I'm then going to wrap the remainder wire. I'm going to stick it through the heart, the bottom portion of the heart, and I'm going to wrap it around. Then do the same thing, cut off the excess wire and flatten it with another set of pliers, and now you have a heart midi ring. So now I'm going to show you how to do a different style. So again, grab a piece of wire that's about 5 inches long, and with your flat nose pliers, create a dent in it that looks like this. You want it to look like a triangle. Now you're going to, on each side of the triangle, make it a smaller triangle and bend them upwards with the flat nose pliers. So once you have something that looks like this, we're then going to grab our round object and round it out. Lay it flat against the object. You don't want it sticking up, so make sure to hold it down with your fingers. And we're going to wrap it around your circular object. Make sure it fits your finger, and now we're going to use our flat nose pliers to turn the remainder of the wire outwards. So you should have something that looks like this. And we're going to actually cut off the excess wire. So we're going to smooth this out with our flat nose pliers so it doesn't stick your fingers, and this is what the final thing looks like. So I usually like to make 2 of these and layer them, but the last one I'm going to show you is a kitten ear ring. You guys know that I love some kittens, so I'm going to use my flat nose pliers and make the kind of the same shape that I just made the triangle, but these are going to be a lot smaller. So I'm going to do 2 ears for the kitten, of course, 2 kitten ears, and it's just basically the same technique that I just went over, but twice, and do them really close together so that you have something that looks like this. I would really suggest using a smaller gauge wire for this. It'll just make it a lot easier on you and a lot easier to maneuver. So you should have something like this. Then go ahead and take your round object and round it out. Then I'm just going to leave it on the round object and bend the wires, flatten them first. I find that this technique works best, and then cut off the excess wire once you have them nice and flat. And you can squeeze them again. I usually like to turn them outwards. It's kind of hard to see how I'm doing it, just so that when it's on your finger, it doesn't stick out as much. So I like to flatten them. And once you're done with that, you now have some really cute midi rings that you made yourself. They do take a little bit of practice because they're so small, but I really love these. My favorite is, of course, the kitten ear midi ring. But you now have yourself a heart midi ring, a tribal looking midi ring, and a kitty midi ring. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all later. Bye!